Hello and welcome to my channel, The Solar Scribe. I thought I would do a reading today because it's some kind of new moon in Leo. It's the 18th of August 2020 and that's the 18th of August 2020, 17 and 21. Yeah, it's a 3 day, so it's a 21, so it's a 3. So I thought I would do a reading because the energies have been very, very weird today, to say the least. There's something massive happening, massive energy happening, and I wanted to bring the masters in to talk about that. And then, yeah, okay. So first of all, let me pull, see the divine directives here. Anybody who's watched my videos from when I began doing them, if the divine directive shows up in my reading, that tells me that there's a massive shift in energy going on. And there's a massive shift in energy going on. So this is what they're saying. Right, how many have I got, guys? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, so I've got 10 there, which number 10 is a reset. It's the 1 and the 0 point energy. So that tells me there's a reset today because it's a sorry, it's hard to get the angle right on these things. There's a reset today on this new moon energy. Something's happening. So, and my phone just beeped as well, so that's extra confirmation. Sorry, I'm just trying to get, right, okay. So what they're saying is, as I'm trying to get everybody on shot in the screen, on the screen, they say it because if you look, as I'm trying to get them all on, there's some that are hidden. Some we can only, Ashtar, we can only see one eye. Yeah, there's an inconsistency here. So what they're saying is that, what that means is that there's something that was hidden that is now coming to light through this new moon energy today. So, just to clarify, time's an illusion. Everything happens concurrently. But for the purpose of this linear reading in real time, that's what's happening. And this cosmic gateway, so if you look here at Horus, sorry, I was getting another message then. If you look at Horus, there is this massive opening. Now I've got this Egyptian timeline here, and I know Magenta Pixie, I've been talking about Egyptian timeline for months, but I know Magenta Pixie talked about it. There's something happening today with this Egyptian timeline that is merging with, so that's what Ashtar is saying. There's a merging which is creating an emergence, and it's big energy. We are protected. Green Taurus here, supreme protection. I've got Archangel Michael as well. Now, I don't particularly resonate with protection because I am. So I don't need protection because I am. However, there are wheels within wheels. So what Ashtar is saying, there are wheels within wheels. So if you feel that you need this energy of this timeline of protection, it's here. So what basically Ashtar is saying is all of the galactics, so this is very galactic, this energy. Obviously Freya's bringing in the new moon, and I'm told that it's a Black Lilith new moon. Now I know very little about astrology, but I'm told it's a Black Lilith new moon. Now that's very significant for some. Okay, whether that's in your chart or you know whatever, it's big. It's big. It's big. So again, through the cosmic gateway, so Stargate, portal, whatever you want to call it, and through the third eye with Odin as well. Okay, and this Egyptian timeline is very, very, very. This energy is huge. It's just huge. That's all I can say really about it. And I don't want to give too much guidance on that because I want anybody that watches my channel will know that I'm not into this giving direction, because we all have our own perceptions. It's very difficult in 5D to use our language to convey what we're trying to say energetically. Okay, so it's whatever that energy means to you, but it's huge, and I knew that. I've been feeling it so much this last few hours. Okay, so let's, as it's a Stargate, this is a very Stargate energy. I'm gonna do a kind of a, it is very Stargate like. Sorry, if I do that on there, it's gonna make a noise, I think. Probably already has. Okay, so let's have a see. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So that's why they were talking about protection. If you already know you've got it, what do you want to do? Because you're already supported, it's already here. Okay, so that's the first thing they wanted to say. So that trust. The word trust has been coming up so many times. So I've been guided over the last 3 days to shuffle my cards differently, rather than doing it the traditional way, which whatever the traditional way is. I've been asked to do it in a horizontal manner. Now, I have no idea why that is. I just sometimes go with the energy of what they're saying. Right, so all of those cards have flipped onto the desk and I don't want all of them. So I'm going to try again. Okay, so if you don't hear a shuffling noise, then that means that it's not that I'm not shuffling. They've asked me to do it in a different way. Okay, so we've got weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. For the last 2 days, I've had major anxiety around the most trivial, what I would class as trivial things. And these thoughts keep coming up of, so this will happen, something will happen. And then I start to think, right, well, how can I fix this? What can I do? It's my responsibility. I need to do this. I need to do that. And these thoughts have been almost relentless, and I've had to really, really become the observer and see why. Why do you think that's your responsibility? Why would you think that you need to help with that? It's not your stuff. Let it go. So that's actually a personal message for me. It's not mine to carry. Boundaries. Look at what you're carrying. If you're carrying stuff for other people, then you need to look at why you're doing that. Okay, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm saying have a look at it, observe it, see what you're doing with it, why you're doing it, and then whether you need to address it. So that's just the message that's coming through. The weight of the world. What are you carrying that isn't yours? Isn't yours to carry? Okay, so interestingly, I put that card in front of Master Jesus, okay, who I call Yeshua, who has different aspects of himself, and he's saying it was my choice to carry the cross. Now this is all symbolic. I'm not saying that timeline happened. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just using this as an example that Yeshua was giving to me. So he's saying it was my choice to carry the cross. It was my choice to go through with what I perceived to be my mission. But I wasn't carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. I was carrying a cross for whatever reason, okay? Because that was my mission. So, look at what your cross is. Look at what Yeshua was saying. What crosses are you carrying? Because if you've got 3 crosses on your back and none of them are yours, then you need to put them down, leave them at the side of the road and carry on walking. Okay, that's quite a powerful message. Right, let me see. So I'm pulling a crystal. Sapphire, spiritual truth. So again, we're going back to, what are you carrying? What is your spiritual truth? Are you following, and I said this in my last video on Monday, because Lady Kuan Yin came through really strongly. Are you carrying a spiritual truth of somebody else that isn't yours, but you feel obliged to join this group, stay in this group, carry on with that energy, speak the energy of that ethos, but it doesn't resonate with you? Because sapphire is, if you look at this colour, it's very similar to lapis, which is a throat chakra. So look at what your spiritual truth is. Okay. Right. Dragon. The dragon. There you go. Oh, I don't know if I showed you the, I don't know if I've been showing you the cards. I don't think I have. How rude. Okay, so that's that one. That's that one. These are all the Starseed Portal ones, which I love, by Rebecca Campbell. And the Masters, which I've said before, if I could only have one deck, it would be this one. Because of the Ascended Master status that I carry in my energy. I don't usually use the word ascended, I usually use the word descended, because as the totality of who I am, I'm trying to bring all of that energy into this physical body, hence the symptoms, which are a little bit uncomfortable at times. Okay, so Earth Dragon, clear your path and the land around you. Stay grounded, be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forward in life. So that's that's this huge energy that's happening today. This huge energy. Something's now become unstuck, and what was hidden is now going to be revealed. And I'm being told that this next 14 days are of huge importance in terms of the energy of the planet. That's all I'm getting. So when I get an elemental dragon, I always pair it with another dragon. So even though the elementals are really important, I see these dragon cards as a bit like sorry, I don't know if I showed you that. I'm all over the place today. Welcome to 5D, people. I see these as minor arcana, although that doesn't lessen what they are at all. And I see these as major arcana, the kind of other ones. So, Earth, so we've got Green Tara, Supreme Protection, and then we've got Green Gold Dragon from Syria. So the Syrians are with us, more galactic. Brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. So that's where Serapis comes in. Look at the colours. And Serapis Bay is talking about the Egyptians' telepathy skills. So they were telepathic, they could teleport, they used sound to move huge objects, hence the pyramids. And there is a resonance with Sirius and this Egyptian timeline. Okay. So if you feel guided, Serapis is saying, if you feel guided, bring in this green gold dragon from Sirius. Oh, he wants me to read out, which, well, okay. That's interesting. I never do that, but I will. So green gold. Sorry, the technologies to find these. There's so many. Green gold dragon from Sirius. These dragons work in these academies of light and carry keys and codes of the spiritual technology of the future in their energy fields. Their mission is to spread this to all those who are ready to bring in the new golden age. These dragons are cosmic travelers, and like all dragons help us to move through the dimensions. They will guide and protect us on our journey, and especially if we aspire to be an intergalactic master. So invite these beings to swirl around you, touching your chakras with the sacred geometry of the universe. Ask them to tune into any aspect of your higher knowledge that you can bring forward now. You may receive a download of information, keys and codes, or your soul may light up. You will become a transmitter who broadcasts sacred knowledge, though you may not be consciously aware of it. This is a very powerful dragon. Notice subtle changes in your thoughts and attitudes. Your dreams may reveal memories from your travels with the wonderful green gold dragon from Sirius. And what they're also saying is this dragon is tying in with Green Tara. So it's all of this energy together. Okay. So very powerful dragon. Okay. So let's pull an animal, because I think the animals are a little bit, there's a bit of anxiety in the animal kingdom as well, even though they're very in tune with Gaia and what's happening. I'm looking at more domestic pets, feeling a little bit jittery, a little bit unsettled. So let's have a look what they're saying. Dragon, another dragon, yay! Your spiritual dragon wants you to reach your true potential, and it can provide knowledge to those who are worthy of its insight. Some associate the appearance of a spiritual dragon with riches, but in reality it is more to do with being rich with happiness. This is true wealth, and is a path that spirit dragons may guide us down. So again, looking at wealth, traditionally on the planet, the wealth would be gold. So there's this golden energy that is pervading everything on the planet at the minute. Okay, through everything, through the cosmic gateway, but through this dragon energy also. Okay, so Gaia, Earth Magic. There's one. I've got to get used to this new way of shuffling. I've seen people do it online, on YouTube, and I'm getting better at it. It's practice, the same. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, island, solitude. So go within. These next few days are about going within and ascertaining all of this energy around what are you carrying that's not yours. Find your golden dragon within you, green gold dragon. A lot of you might be feeling that you just want to get off the wheel, which is what I felt like yesterday and today. Just very overwhelming energy, and it all felt a bit too much, if I'm honest. So I had to keep bringing it back to, you are a master, I am, you know exactly what you're doing. So on that note, Metatron's coming in with his mastery. and saying pull a card. We're masters, we know what we're doing. Okay, let's see what Metatron's saying. What? Okay. Communication, speak up and be heard. Number 5, which is a number of change, which is what's happening from the energy for now. But communication is changing. I've said this quite a few times. It's the telepathy. So Serapis is coming in with Commander Ashtar. All of your galactic teams are communicating with you, and your ability to hear will be changing. The senses, the magnetic fields around us are changing as of this linear time now. So listen out for that communication. They're communicating very, very, very clearly. I'm being told it's a clear communication. Those Metatron cards are by Amanda Ellis. You can see that. Okay. Right, so let's look at what Avalon is communicating with us. The Isle of Avalon. Let's have a see. It's actually quieter shuffling it this way, but like I say, just get a bit quicker at it. The Novice. Look at that. So we've got the Novice, which is number 5, which we've just had communication, which is change. But it says new skill without practice. So that is basically what I've just said, is that this new skill that we've got to communicate with our galactic teams, we don't need to practice it because we already know how to do it. So if you call in your teams, you will be given instruction on how to communicate, not necessarily through the traditional senses. So that makes you a novice in terms of, because it's very difficult to do through a 3D lens. Virtually impossible to do the same through a 3D lens because you're using your multi-dimensional gifts to communicate with your teams, which we all do, but now we're going to be more conscious of it. We're going to consciously do it. Okay. Right, so Ishtar, boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So that goes back to this. Put yourself first. Not always easy, especially for the divine feminine, because our natural excuse me, throat chakra's going. Our natural inclination is to put others first, as in nature. And divine feminine, I'm talking not gender, the energy within you. So the communication would be to lovingly say no. Because look at the colour of that. It's the same as this. We have to start to say no. So the example would be getting some time for yourself and going to the beach for half an hour on this beach. Now, Ishtar would say that that's perfectly acceptable, because look at the way her demeanour, the way she is I'm putting myself first. However, a lot of people wouldn't do that because it would be, oh, a friend asked me to do this, or, you know, whatever it is. Go and have that half an hour on the beach for yourself. Okay. Right. So let's look at, I have no idea how long this reading is going to last. I'm just going with the flow on it. I'm just choosing whatever comes up. Okay. Right, so this is more masters. The masters have been around so much these last few days. Ganesh, yes. Yes to you being first. Yes to putting yourself first. Yes, 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 yes. You have to say yes to yourself before you say yes to anybody else's requirements of you. And what they're saying is, what therapists are saying is, a lot of us that are, if you're watching this, or energetically, if you've connected with me, not by watching this, but just through this information going through the timeline, then you're saying yes to going first through this energy gateway. 333, encouragement that you are on the right path. So this is the Yeshua timeline. So Yeshua is saying, yes, you are. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say right path, because there's no right and wrong, obviously, in 5D. But I would say that you're on the path that resonates with you. And if you feel that you're not, then look at that, because it may be something that you need to shift. And again, excuse me, no right or wrong. I've got to say, I've had really bad heartburn for the last 2 days. And the last time I had heartburn like this was when I was pregnant with my son, and I was 19 years old. And 1 and 9 is 10. And what's 10? As I said at the beginning, it's a complete reset. So my heart is being completely reset. Number 14, Earth. So the next 14 days, I did say that something's going to happen. And tune to the wisdom of the planet. Listen to your heartbeat. To further expand your this is interesting. To further expand your consciousness, ask the Earth Dragons to help you to connect with the Lemurian wisdom. And what did we choose? An Earth Dragon. Okay. So they will help you. Right. Mary Magdalene's coming in, and she's bringing an archangel with her. So let's Mary first. And then Saint and Sinner. Okay, so back again to this energy. If you say no to somebody, are you being a sinner? If you say yes to somebody, are you being a saint? Because we all know that when we say yes to somebody, that is a nod to, I'm a good person, I'm helping out this other person. And then that mind chatter in your head that says, if you say no, then you're a bad person, because that person needed help. So look at the duality of that. Look at the duality of what you're saying. The inner dialogue, Mary's saying, what's your inner chatter saying to you? Are you validating yourself by what you're saying? So if you say yes, you're a good person. If you say no, you're not a good person. And we all know that that's not true. That's absolutely not true. But what is your spiritual truth? We talked about that just before. What is your spiritual truth? Find it. So your spiritual truth is, Michael, I am presence. That's it. It's your I am presence. That's everything. And if we look at Michael, look at the colour. So if you want to say no to somebody and you're a bit unsure, call in your I am presence, Michael's saying. and you will articulate in the right way with the right words to convey to this person why you're not doing what they've asked you to do. Okay. Well, right, Rumi, I'm not going to go through all of these. There's so many different packs on here. 4 more the same. Okay, we will have a colour. Cosmic Heart, number 8. So listen to your heart. It's August, number 8. I just talked about heartburn. That's the heart burning. That's the heartburn. That's my heart burning, love. Okay. So listen to the Cosmic Heart. Alright. Let's pull another Master and a Crystal. These ones are actually quite difficult to do with the... However, okay, 24, which is a 6, Mary Magdalene, Aqua Aura, Divine Alchemy. So this is talking about water. Mary's talking about water. Oh, actually, look at that. I don't know why I always sound surprised when things come together. Water. Okay, so it's the bathing in it, drinking it, swimming in it. Water holds keys and codes for the planet as well, for Gaia. Number 333 we've already had. Water will help you to ground also. Yeah, okay. And obviously the crystal Aqua Aura, if you wanted to use that. Right, I'm going to pull a colour and then I'm going to do the fractals. They did say 4. 4 is the foundation. Let's see what colour we get. Black. We got this on Monday. And this is number 10, which is the 1 and the 0. So again, they're talking about the void. We're going into the void now. And all of these energies are with us as we go into this void. And this new creation. Okay. Right. I'm going to do the fractals, and then there are some cards that I might... I'm just kind of going with the energy now. Just see. The voice. Okay, so this is the 5. This is the communication. This is the throat chakra changing colour. Going from the lapis to the violet flame, and clear the throat with the violet flame if you need to. Okay. And I've known for a while the chakras are changing colour, and I won't go into that now because I'm not sure about the message for that. I'll do that in the next, whenever it arises. But the colours are definitely changing, and the perception of chakras are changing. 33, so again, we've had lots of 3s today. 33, 333. This is the Christ timeline. I've said before that we're going into the 444 and it's all been healed. So that's what that is. So interesting pink and green. Higher heart. Okay. And then that one. Right. 21, which is a 3. Very interesting. So they're giving me 2021 for this. We look at the colours on this. I talked about this on my Monday video with the violet and the emerald flame. These are really good to use, colours to use at this time. But they're giving me 1 year. Well, not necessarily a year because we haven't got very long to 2021. So that'd be 4. That's the number 4 again. So September, October, November, December, 4 months. It would be really useful for you to use these violet and emerald flames as we're going through this void. Okay. Right, I am going to pull these 2. I wasn't going to do because they said 4, but I just feel like for the divine feminine energy that this is a little bit of a message for the divine feminine. Take action. Okay, so this goes back to, you see that? This goes back to communication, because when I look at this, there's a bird there taking flight, in flight. So I'm feeling that this action is about this, talking to people and saying, no, I'm actually not going to do that, what you've asked me to do, because I'm putting myself first. And the divine feminine really needs to do that at this time. And again, that's not about masculine or feminine, that's about the divine feminine within you, whether you're male or female gender. It's genderless energy because it's divine feminine within us. All about the energy. Fulfillment is possible. 24, the attainment. Now, 24 just came out with Mary Magdalene and the water. And if you look, this guy's holding a cup with water in it. So this is the Holy Grail. Is your cup overflowing with joy? Is what Mary is saying. Because that is possible. The attainment, it is possible, but you have to put yourself first. Sometimes you have to just put yourself first. And, you know, we've said this so many times about the aeroplane. When you get on a plane, they tell you to put your mask on first. If there's a problem, the first thing that you do is put your mask on, because you can't help anybody else if you're not able to breathe. So interesting, they're talking about the breath. They're talking about a mask. So they're saying, look at your beliefs around masks and breathing. What message are you sending to your subconscious when there are words that are being used to tell somebody whether they can breathe or not? Just look at that. That's all they're saying. Just acknowledge it, shine a light on it, and have a look at it. But don't stay in it. Don't stay in that energy. Okay, so final one. Let's look at the cards and see what they've got to say. Right, so let's see. So we've got the Joker, which always says to me, we need to play more. We need to acknowledge that we need joy in our lives, and to find that whatever way we can. Okay, I've got the double king here, so this is the move away from. Oh, okay. So this is a sacral chakra, and this is showing me the transition from the carbon to the heart. Oh, right, okay. So through the divine diamond crystalline light, the sacral chakra is being transformed into connection to the heart. That's where they're going with it. So there'll be more joy. So they're encouraging us to be more through the heart of joy. Sacral chakra is doing energy, so it's singing, dancing, painting, writing, drawing, even just going on a playground, sitting on a swing. Even if you're an adult, what is it that you want to do? Be like the child, play like the child, and that sacral chakra will emit energy of joy through the heart. Okay, that's the first thing. So interestingly, we've got right, okay, so this energy is coming to an end. So the 9 to me is the end of a cycle. So what they're saying is that this energy, which we're going through now, carries us into September, but at the end of September it will be lessened. The Jack tells me that again, we need to have more joy. That yes, you can build a foundation, and yes, it's good to have safety and security, but we need to do that through joy of the heart. Okay, confirmation there. And this, very interesting. So as we go through this energy, starting now, in linear time today, there is a right, so they're giving me the 17th. Today is the, gosh, losing track of the days. Today's the 19th. So this started on the 17th. And this little gem here is the complete reset. So it's the complete reset of going through this, and Serapis Bey getting to this, the gold. So it's the green gold dragon. It's the gold. They're saying the pot of gold's at the end of the rainbow. So complete reset. What do you want? You get through the void, you sit in the void. What do you want to create? Through the every moment of now. Willy Wonka, golden ticket, whatever you want to call it. It's in totality. Well, that was a magnificent way to end this reading. So thank you so much for listening and watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.